Hi everybody, it is Richard here again and welcome to another video. Now this is my vinyl inbox number 63 video where I show some records that I bought over the past month. Now a couple of them are actual Christmas presents and we'll start off with them, and then I actually bought a couple of Christmas presents for myself to wait until Christmas Day to open them, and then there's a few others which I've been playing throughout the month. And at the end I'm going to show a little CD box set that I just couldn't resist and I had to buy it. So I got two albums from my brother and his wife for Christmas, and the first one up is Johnny Cash Unchained. This is American Recordings number 2 and was released in 1996. Now I have this on CD and I've got most of the American Recordings on CD, but this has always been my favourite one. It's almost like a Johnny Cash and the Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers album. There's some fantastic songs off it, like Rowboat, Save Heartbreak. I've always loved the song Memories Are Made of This, no matter who sings it. And Kneeling Drunkards Please, great. I Never Picked Cotton. There is a version of Southern Accents on this, the Tom Petty song, which has never been my favourite song, and I actually prefer this version to the Tom Petty. So there's the back cover, and we'll quickly look through, and you get a lot of info and then a picture of Johnny as a young kid. And as I say, it's on the American Recordings label and it's just normal black vinyl. So that was great and thoroughly enjoyed that. Played that on Christmas night before I fell fast asleep, but that wasn't the album that put me to sleep. It was an exhausting day. The other album they bought me was this here, and this is the Damn second album, Music for Pleasure, released in 1977, and this is the one produced by Nick Mason, and this normally gets a bit of a hard time. I thought I would get it because I've got the first and the third, and I will admit it's the least favourite of the three, but it's still not a bad album. I really like the song Problem Child, which was a single from it, and inside you have nice pictures, and again this also is on black vinyl. So not a bad album, and again I played it as well on Christmas night, well side 1, and then I played side 2 on Boxing Day. I will say that side 1 of this is better than side 2, but it's still not a bad album. Okay, the next artist I have 2 albums of, and this is an artist that really passed me by in the 1980s. He's one of the biggest artists ever, one of the best guitarists ever. I only ever bought a couple of singles by him, and I thought I would treat myself to his 2 hits albums, and that is of course Prince. Now I was wondering whether I would recognise a lot of the songs off here, and I kind of did. Like for example, When Doves Cry, I had that as a single. Pop Life, if you had told me what the song went like, I wouldn't have known, but I knew it when I heard it. I Feel For You was the hit for Chaka Khan, and then When You Were Mine, which is a really good version. I still prefer Cyndi Lauper's because that's the one I'm used to. Let's Go Crazy, 1999. Side 3 is not quite as good for me. It's okay. I like his version of Nothing Compares to You. I'm not that keen on the song Adore or Pink Cashmere. And then side 4, there's Sign of the Times, Thieves in the Temple, and then 2 absolute blinding songs, Diamonds and Pearls and 7. Now I only played this morning and I thoroughly enjoyed it, and really we'll show you one of the albums because they're more or less the same. So you get picture, information, and again black vinyl, and it's on the Paisley Park label. So I thought I would invest. These things are not cheap on vinyl, and I thought I would take a real gamble with it, and I thoroughly enjoyed this. I haven't yet played the next one I'm going to show you, which is the Hits 2. And the thing about these 2 albums, I like the fact that they don't cram all the greatest best hits onto the one set and then the lesser ones on the second set, because here you have songs that I know are I Want to Be Your Lover, that was a really early single. Little Red Corvette, I Would Die For You, I actually had that as a single way back in the day, and I remember giving it away to somebody. Raspberry Beret, yes, I like it. Kiss, absolutely love. And Purple Rain, those are the only ones I recognise. I recognise a lot of the titles of the other ones, but I don't recognise the actual songs. And we'll just take a look at one of these. Double album, of course, and I think it's all done in the same sort of way, and I'm assuming this is also black vinyl and yes, on paisley part. So I'll play this one sometime between today and tomorrow. Thoroughly enjoyed Hits 1, and I think I'm going to enjoy Hits 2 as well. So that's Prince, his 2 greatest hits from 1993 on vinyl. Okay, I got a Christmas album as well, which I opened before Christmas, and it's the lovely Andrea Corr, and this is just called Christmas, or the Christmas album, and this was released just this year. And this is really, really good. Some of it's actually quite jazzy. I like her version of it. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Blue Christmas with Ronnie Wood, which I'll show you a picture of Ronnie Wood in a minute, because on the inside she drew a picture of him and he drew a picture of her. And I have got a beef about the picture of her. Old Holy Nights on this, Old Little Town of Bethlehem. It is quite slow, quite jazzy, but really enjoyable. Second time I wasn't overly impressed the first time I played it, but second time I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I've enjoyed it ever since. I think I've played it 4 times already. Now you do get the lyrics, I believe, and then you get the 2 pictures. Now the picture of him is drawn, as I said, by Andrea, and I think it's not bad, but the picture of her drawn by Ronnie Wood, she looks like one of the Tefal family. She does not have a head that size, and I am not impressed at all. So as an artist, Ronnie Wood's supposed to be very good, but I am not given any points for that picture of the gorgeous Andrea Corr. It just does not do her justice at all, and I wouldn't have had that in the inner sleeve. But yeah, really good album. Won't be playing it again now until after Christmas, because it's after Boxing Day. No more Christmas songs get played for me. Okay, this one here is a 2014 album which I fancied, and it was rather cheap, and it's Bryan Ferry's Avonmore. I really enjoyed the Taxi album I got for Black Friday, so I thought I like this because he does an absolutely brilliant version of Johnny and Mary on this, which is the Robert Palmer song, and he does a weird but I really like it version of Send in the Clowns, which is one of my all-time favourite songs. Yeah, this is not a bad album. Again, it's just got that Ferry sound, and it's really enjoyable to listen to. So you have things like Avonmore, Look Delay, Midnight Train. They're all easily listened to and really enjoyable. And the thing I like about this is I never bought the CD of this, and you get the CD as a freebie inside with the actual cover as well, not just in a little white holder. You get the full cover. Now I can't show it because it's actually in the car and I'll be playing it in the car. But yeah, Bryan Ferry's Avonmore 2014. I think it's his last album, of proper album. I think he's done one since, of orchestrated versions of certain songs. But yeah, really enjoyed this, and as I say, it came from 2014. This next one, and the reason I bought this, I was watching Gary at Physical Format Rock and Roll, and he showed this album, and I thought, yes, I want that because it's so cool. And I do have the other greatest hits one, but I'm never satisfied with it, and it's The Police, and this is Greatest Hits, which originally came out in 1992, and this is the best Police collection you'll get. Even though I'm not 100% satisfied with it, there's too many songs of synchronicity in this. There's actually 5 of them, and because there's a total of 16 songs, I would have liked this to have been a 20-track album. Why not? Because it is a premium product, and you would have got 5 songs on each side, and the way I would have put it is there would have been 4 songs off each album. So I would have had, for Outlandish D'Amour, the 3 singles plus Peanuts. I would have had Regatta de Blanc, the 2 singles plus The Bed's Too Big Without You and Bring On The Night. I would have the 2 singles of Señata Mandata plus Canary in a Coal Mine, and probably When the World Is Running Down, You Make the Best of What's Still Around. For the Ghost in the Machine, the 3 singles plus Darkness, and then just the 4 singles of Synchronicity. But this is still not bad. They do have Tea in the Sahara on this, which I thought, why on earth have they got that on? But I really enjoyed listening to that this time. And that's about it. The rest of them are all singles, although The Bed's Too Big Without You is the LP track, not the single version, which you got in the singles box set. But this is a magnificent album. I'll show you. So you do get your OB, and there's the back. There's the inside cover. It's really nice, really nice pictures. I'm going to show both albums because they're all cool pictures. And it's just on a standard blue label. But yeah, this is pretty pricey as well because it is half speed remastered. But the sound is great, and there you go. So The Police Greatest Hits, and as I say, it was Gary at Physical Format Rock and Roll that made me want to buy it. Okay, this next one is one from 1979, which I've always threatened to buy, never have, but finally did. So I've now got my 4th AC/DC album, and this is Highway to Hell. And I played this yesterday, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was great. The only song I did not like was the very last song, Night Prowler, which was a bit bluesy for me. But again, you get a really good inner, I'll put this down, a really good inner sleeve, and it's on a custom label. I'm assuming they were on Atlantic whenever they were going. So yeah, bought this out of Johnny's record shop. He couldn't believe that I bought it. But yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. So I've got this now, Back in Black, and Power Age, and the one with a whole lot of Rosie on it, which I can't remember the name of it. It's not For Those About to Rock, but it's got a similar title. But yeah, this is probably one of the best, along with Back in Black. Okay, one more album, and this is an upgrade because I do have a copy of this, but it's scratched to hell. And I saw it and I thought, yeah, I want it, and it's the Killing Fields' Mike Oldfield, his 1984 soundtrack. Now my other copy doesn't have an inner sleeve, which is good to have, and it's on a standard custom red label. It's a good album, not his best, probably is second worst of the 80s behind Earth Moving, but it's still not bad. Okay, now I did buy a little CD box set, and I could not resist this. This is a box set of 4 albums. I've never had these albums on CD, I have them on vinyl, but I only did have one double compilation from this group, and I saw it and I just couldn't resist it. So I bought the Wombles 4 CDs of their 4 albums, and this is so cool, it really is. So we'll open it up, and now I do have a little beef for this as well. You do get a little booklet for the first album, plus then you get the first album. Now the CDs open from the top. I would have liked them from the side, like an ordinary album. You get a booklet then for Remember You're a Womble, and again the Remember You're a Womble CD. The third album, Keep On Wombling, the booklet for it, and then you have the CD, and lastly you have the Super Wombling booklet, and then the CD. So I couldn't resist it, so I had to buy it, and I love it. And so I've got all the Wombles albums on CD now. Okay, quite a few things bought this December. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you've had a great Christmas as well. And I hope to have another video quite soon, possibly before the new year, but if I don't, I want to wish everybody a very happy new year. Okay, that's me for now. All the best now. Bye bye.